In the Mahabharata, during the famous Swayamvara, when the great warrior Arjuna was aiming at the eye of the revolving fish. There was a fish and the fish was revolving during the Swayamvara. In this unsettling global environment, the Indian economy has been growing steadily, drawing strength from its macroeconomic fundamentals and buffers. According to the IMF, India is slated to be one of the fastest growing major economies of the world in the current year as well as in the next year. Our recovery and growth have been more broad-based. Our policies, fiscal, monetary and regulatory, were prudent, targeted and time-bound. We were careful to ensure that demand remained in balance while supply conditions improved. As per the high-frequency indicators for the recent months, and in Reserve Bank we monitor nearly 70 high-frequency indicators on a real-time basis. Now, as per these high-frequency indicators, especially for the recent months and the weeks, we find that private consumption, especially urban demand, has remained quite healthy. The contact-intensive services have continued to make smart rebound, and aided by unfettered resumption of activities and full-fledged celebration of festivals after 2.5 years. So you see huge amount of participation we all saw during the Ganapati festival in Maharashtra and other places, and also during the Diwali festival. And as the data is trickling in and flowing in, we find that the sales of various, the overall retail sales of various goods, the white goods and other fast-moving consumer goods have also improved considerably. Now, amidst all this, external demand, however, remains a weak spot in the face of accentuating global economic slowdown. Domestic inflation remains elevated. We are closely monitoring the inflation trends as well as the effect of our past actions. In our view, that is in Reserve Bank's view and in my view, price stability, sustained growth, and financial stability need not be mutually exclusive. In the Mahabharata, during the famous Swayamvara, when the great warrior Arjuna was aiming at the eye of the revolving fish. There was a fish and the fish was revolving during the Swayamvara. I'm quite certain, and he was looking at it through a pool of water which was underneath. I'm quite certain that he would have certainly assessed the speed at which the fish was revolving, the wind conditions prevailing, the intensity of the ripples in the pool of water below, the noise levels in the King's Court, and similar other factors. No one can match the prowess of Arjuna, but our constant endeavor is to keep an Arjuna's eye on inflation, which is our primary target. At the same time, we keep assessing other related factors like the evolving inflation growth dynamics, soft indicators like our surveys of consumers and surveys on consumers and businesses, global macroeconomic, financial and commodity market developments, and aspects of financial stability. In other words, our policy measures are based on an assessment of the overall situation. We will continue to steer our policies accordingly. In this direction, our continued effort is to put in place strong institutional frameworks to ensure a sturdy and resilient financial system that would be ready for the challenges in the future. Let me highlight what I have done is actually I have highlighted about 5 specific areas, but I will not read out that part of the speech. I would rather, speak in a more informal and in a more conversational manner. And the 5 areas are, the first area is basically, I've talked about the monetary policy framework and flexibility. As I have said earlier on several occasions, and as our various publications from the Reserve Bank have explained from time to time, during the pandemic, we utilized the flexibility embedded in our monetary policy framework to tolerate a slightly higher inflation, but within the range of 2 to 6%, to ensure that the economy, overall the economy remained resilient and financial stability was maintained.
वीडियो पसंद आया तो हमें लाइक, कमेंट, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें।